Know what's a question I get asked all the time? Where does Sonic store all of his rings and Chaos Emeralds? Well, this is one that I found confusing for a while, and I plan on answering it today on DHT. So, let's get into it. Now you're probably asking yourself, where could he possibly keep all this? We know Sonic is covered completely in fur, so he can't have pockets or anything. Well, one of the beginning things that I'm going to state is it could be possibly a pocket dimension, or as writers like to refer it, the Magic Satchel. The Magic Satchel is mostly used by character Deadpool. It's basically a little off dimension that's between reality and non-reality, another dimension, but so small that it can't be classified as its own dimension, most seen used with Amy Rose's hammer. But I believe that the Chaos Emeralds work slightly different than a pocket dimension, and I'm going to explain it right now. Now, when you see Sonic running through a level, he absorbs rings into his body. Now, he doesn't pick up these rings, and they don't just randomly disappear. You can see a little sparkle as they go inside of his body, and when he gets hit, they fly everywhere, meaning that they become a part of him. Whenever Amy Rose gets hit, her hammer doesn't magically fall out of her, so I believe her hammer is in a pocket dimension. Meanwhile, the rings themselves are actually absorbed into Sonic. And this is actually supported by the games and by the comics, because in the comics, Sonic absorbs so much Chaos energy from the rings, he can turn into Super Sonic. The Chaos Emeralds absorb into his body, and he takes the energy from them to obtain his super form. And after obtaining so much Chaos energy, his eyes literally turned green like the Master Emerald. So I believe that because Sonic absorbs the rings, the Chaos energy is allowed to mix in with his body, so he can literally absorb the Chaos Emeralds into his body, not hide them in a pocket dimension or literally put them inside his pocket. To further prove this, look at people like Eggman and Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic and Eggman cannot control Chaos energy, they can only manipulate it, which is why Eggman has to carry around the emeralds inside containment centers instead of absorbing them into his body, because he cannot control Chaos power and he cannot become one with it, so he literally has to have a way of containing it no matter what, unlike Sonic. Another person we see exhibiting this behavior is Knuckles. You know how big the Master Emerald is compared to Knuckles, it's giant. But when the Master Emerald breaks up into little pieces, Knuckles is allowed to absorb the pieces inside of himself and store them until he can get them all back together. And our most perfect example to show that the Chaos Emeralds literally absorb into your body is Chaos. When Chaos gets an emerald, he absorbs it literally into his body. We can see it inside of him, and he mutates every time he does, until he becomes perfect Chaos, and we can see all of the emeralds that were inside of him until they are ejected. So, where does Sonic store all those rings? Not in a pocket dimension, but inside of his own body. Through using the power of Chaos Control, Sonic, Shadow, and a few others who can maintain and control Chaos Control can absorb rings and Chaos Emeralds and Master Emerald shards inside of themselves, not store them in a pocket or a pocket dimension like Amy does. And that's it, that's all I have. So I hope you agree with my theory, and I hope I help you cleared up some information in case you didn't know this before. If you liked my video, click like. You don't have to. You can also subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. This is in the Sonic Theory series. We're going to have a playlist real soon for that if we don't already. And I hope you guys liked this video. This has been Dylan from DHT, Games, Comics, Theories, and more. Bye. The character you should be questioning is Amy. She doesn't have no pockets. That hammer just appears out of nowhere. Where does she keep it? Oh god, I don't even want to think about it. We're gonna have to tackle that one maybe later, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm not touching that one right now.